What is up? It is Thursday, the first day of week 9. We have Colts and the Jets. They're in Lucas Field Stadium. So it's going to be a good one. I think the Jets surprised us all last week. We'll see if they can if Mike White can pull it off again. Can he? I'm not entirely too sure, but that was very impressive. I think all for Jets fans, they're excited to have themselves what people are saying Tom Brady Jr. I'm not exactly too sure about that just quite yet, but he did impress us all. He did really great. I mean, coming off of what he did last week, he pulled off what was his stats? For us, he was there basically the whole time. He took 32 snaps and completions of 20 out of 32. So 202 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. So I mean it wasn't bad. I mean considering from what he did, that was week 7, and then coming into week 8, he was 37 of 45, throwing 405 yards with 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and didn't really was successful in the run. Definitely not a running quarterback, but for Mike White, the guy coming out of Western Kentucky, standing at 6'4", hey, best of luck, man. Hopefully you can do it again, because that was quite some impressive stuff there. So anyways, there was some miscommunication earlier. I know typically we go on the lunch hour on Thursdays. Unfortunately, today, I did not receive a text message that Mark was out going to go see a movie. He went to go see Dune, so I hope that was a good one because he was there quite some time. And then we pushed it back to 2:30, and he's still not on his way home, but it's okay. No biggie. I'm still here. We're gonna get this rolling. Talk about football. Talk about the Colts and Jets. So we can expect that Carson Wentz will probably do good. I know everybody's kind of reflecting on what happened last week with Carson Wentz kind of doing that goofy play with his left hand. We made fun of it yesterday on yesterday's episode. He kind of reminded me of Job from Arrested Development, and just kind of it was pretty funny, just throwing it, and it just literally didn't even go a yard, and then freaking Elijah Molden caught it and ran it, or basically already in the end zone. So basically threw a pick six. So it's all good. But he still finished at quarterback 11. So I don't think fantasy managers should be entirely too mad. I think today's going to be a really good game. If the Jets play again what they did yesterday, I think we should see a very, very good game, very good close game. It seemed like a lot of these primetime games have been very close. I'm expecting Michael Pittman to go off, as he has been doing the last couple of weeks. So I'm hoping that it happens again. So that again, it's here. It's at our time. It's 5:20, and could be 8:20 Eastern Standard Time. But so as far as I'm concerned, you know, hopefully Leonard can put up some numbers today too. And then we got McKinney, and then see who else on the IDP standards we can put out. But for now, I think it's going to be a great game. If you got Quiddy Pay, I'm not expecting too much like big fantasy numbers from him either. But uh, hopefully he can get maybe a sack or so. Mike White's still pretty new to the system, but I as well as he did, I don't think he's going to do as bad as what we did last week. So Michael Carter, you're throwing in. He impressed us a lot, so for sure. As for IDP purposes, CJ Mosley, Marcus May, those are basically your key guys that you're probably going to want to put in. I think Indy's going to be throwing a lot, so Marcus May might get a lot of work in today. Definitely worth a pickup. Probably put him in. I think that the Colts are going to be throwing a lot. I think Marcus May is going to definitely. He just came back, I'd say a week or two ago, so he's been putting up some solid numbers. So I think Marcus May is a kind of one of my secret stash, or not stash, but smash plays that he might actually do good today, just to get off a good start from the week. Then we got the Buffalo Bills and the Jags. Dude, you're throwing all your bills. I know people are like, oh, who should I put it? Diggs, Sanders, or even Gabriel Davis. Honestly, you throw them all in. Um, Look, a great quarterback uses all his weapons. There'll be weeks where your receiver's not going to hit them all. Your receiver's not going to do anything, and then next week he's going to do great. Look, Josh Allen's a good quarterback. He's going to do what he can. And what's up, Tank? Um, hey, dude, if you want to jump on, man. Uh, Mark just finished his movie at the Dune, or he watched Dunes or Dune, can't remember. But yeah. So I don't think he's gonna make it. It's okay. It's not. I'm not worried. If he doesn't, if he doesn't, not too worried. Uh, it was just a miscommunication. I didn't receive a text that he sent me, so it's all good. Anyways, uh, I I hope so. I hope so. Um, Hopefully, are you guys doing that Monday review? Um, you know what, Mark? If you're watching, you should. But I'm driving home. Hey, if you want to jump on, jump on. I'll probably be here for the next hour or so. So depending on how late you get home, jump on, man. Uh, give your input on some of these games. I'm basically gonna run over all these games. So, thoughts on Michael Carter tonight? Uh, I think he's gonna do fine. Look, the Jets. I think they're gonna have to utilize every weapon that they have. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. I think Michael Carter has, and I've been saying this for weeks, that his snap percentage has been increasing. I think everyone just saw it last week because he finally did something. So honestly, I think Michael Carter, you can still put him in. I know everybody and their mom is hurting on running backs, like everybody. You can't tell me that you are not hurting at running back right now. There's no way. And if you aren't, you are probably 5-3 at the least. So, anyways, Spoiler Kings reviews doing, yeah. Definitely, we're gonna force Mark onto that one because he missed today. So let's get Mark on Monday to do the movie review on Dune. He has to, man. So Mark, if you're watching or if you're about to watch, join Tank and do the Monday review for Dune. Should be fun. Yeah, here at the Nerd Hole, we do a lot of crap. I mean, I'm just one channel of this network, but we do movie reviews. We have the Tuesday reviews for the Bears and whatnot. Yeah, it's we're all over the place. And then I think we even have a basketball one, which comes on Wednesday nights and whatnot. And then Thursdays are a BS show. So we had a candy draft on the 28th, which is pretty fun. So watch that. So over under White for 250-yard passes. When you get to it, I'm covering Jets right now, so um, I think over. I think over. Like I said, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to do everything he can. I think the Jets are going to be throwing a lot today. That pass rush is no joke. I think that's what the Colts are really good and known for. I think Darius Leonard is going to give them hell, but I think I'd say Mike White goes over 250. Um, if not pretty damn close. Hopefully, we see another week that we saw last week. I really hope so. Like, start the week off great, guys. Like, come on, you know. There's nothing better than starting off a Thursday night game with a close game, with these tie games. I love them. So, anyways, so yeah, I think 250 over. So let's go. Like I said, Buffalo Bills earlier, I was saying start them all. Emmanuel Sanders, you're going to put him in regardless of the fact, because why? Well, you never know who Josh Allen's going to throw to. Jags, I might be a little bit worried about the receivers. I mean, Jamal Agnew, I think, is pretty much their only weapon. Laviska Shenault has been like a ghost. I don't know what's going on. He's we thought he was going to do a lot better this year, and it just has not been what we expected of Laviska Shenault. And then with DJ Chark on, I thought maybe it was go up, and but I guess not. So I don't know. Trevor Lawrence is just throwing to everyone else. But so we have start two PPR, Amari Cooper, Devontae Parker, Emmanuel Sanders. I like Cooper and Emmanuel Sanders there. I know Miami has kind of I don't know what's going on with Miami. I mean, it is Houston this week though. I do like that. You know what? All right. All three of these options are good. I think I think the fact that Amari Cooper may have troubles. They're saying that Dak is going to play. Um, so if Dak plays, that's automatic. You know, Amari Cooper, him and Dak are just locked on. So I definitely want to say Amari Cooper for sure. But as for Devontae Parker against Houston and Emmanuel Sanders against Jags, um, I'm going to say Amari Cooper and Emmanuel Sanders still, only because you got to look at who's throwing to them. Like I said, all three of these guys are pretty good, but then you got to look at who's their QBs, and I'm going to say essentially you're looking at Dak, Tua, and uh, Josh. So I'm going to go with Dak with Amari and Josh with Emmanuel Sanders. But again, these are all good quarterbacks, like both of them. So they use all their weapons. So if they're locked onto one, like, you know, they do their reads, they see which DB is doing horrible. And if Emmanuel Sanders is having someone like a backup DB that's in, then he's going to go to him. The coverage is going to be worse than a normal DB. So yeah, definitely go with Emmanuel Sanders and Amari Cooper, in my opinion. But again, up to you. So uh, considering, yeah. So let's move on. So we got Las Vegas and New York Giants. I think that, you know, Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, Carr, I think with all the drama that's going on, I think they're going to rely on every asset that they have. They're going to put a lot more weight on Carr's shoulders. So the fact that, you know, if you're in a PPR league, I think it's going to be really good for the Raiders. I think they're going to utilize every pass game. I think Carr's going to have a great game on these Giants here. But don't sleep on the Giants though. I think that the defense there, their front seven are pretty nasty. So for IDP, if you have one of those, awesome, because it seems like every week when I do waiver wire, one of them pops up on that waiver wire. So definitely, I think either one of those front seven, the linemen or the linebackers, they're definitely for sure there every single time. So um, I'm not I'm not too like bullish on how it's gonna act. Like they're gonna stop Raiders. I think the Raiders are gonna take this game regardless. Of course, if you have any IDP players, Max Crosby, all of them, Perryman, yeah, you're throwing in. So I haven't seen any reports on injuries yet about that. I mean, it is Thursday. Basically, the only injury reports basically that are solid we got from today's game. Most of them do come out Friday, so it's still kind of early. Still want to watch out for that. But as for now, I think you're putting most of your Raiders in if you have them. I think I mean, depending on who you have as well. So you got to consider that. But I think the Giants defense, their DBs aren't as good as what we thought they were at the beginning of the season. But that front seven, so it might be a little hard, uh, to get a run game. But Raiders like to pass a lot, so I think you'll just be fine with Drake and Jacobs there, and Jacobs will be playing this week. So all right, so Atlanta and New Orleans. Look, my team hasn't been doing that great. I'm gonna say it's with Calvin Ridley out. Uh, all right, here we go. Was my mic muted this entire time? You're kidding me right now, right? Can you hear me now? Jesus, I've been talking this whole time. No, tank. So let me start all over. Is Michael Carter? Dude, this is embarrassing. Uh, This is where I need Mark sometimes to tell me, "Hey, your mic's muted." So let's go. It's good. It's only been 15 minutes. It's quite some time, but oh well. Let's start all over here with Michael Carter. I think he's going to do just fine. Darius Leonard is going to have to do something about, the run play. I think he'll be fine. Dune. Oh my gosh, man. I have to say everything for the last 15 minutes. All right. Let me take a quick drink of water and let's just do this real quick. Oh my God. Man, that's embarrassing. All right. Whew. All right. So let's see. Speed round right here. All right. So Mike White. Awesome. I think he'll do it. I think he'll do it again. 250. Yes, for sure. Let's just be just 250 pass yards. Yes, for sure. I think that's gonna happen. And then let's see here, the Dunes. We're gonna have to get Mark into that episode. He has to. He missed today. I basically just went this entire time with my mic muted, so that's really embarrassing. I'll probably end up cutting out all that. But here, let's go to Amari Cooper and Parker and Emmanuel Sanders. You're looking at Amari Cooper with Dak and Emmanuel Sanders with Josh Allen. Two is thrown to Parker. Yes, I know it's Houston. That might be a good smash play. But I think that the fact that I think you still have um, a better connection with Amari Cooper going against Denver Broncos. They're going to need him. And then with the Buffalo Bills going against the Jags, I think they're going to smash on them. Look, Josh Allen's a good quarterback. He uses every weapon that he has. So if Emmanuel Sanders is not going to be the guy getting the ball, that's because Josh is using other weapons. Typically, they use every weapon that they have. Um, Gosh, I can't believe my mic was muted this entire time. That's embarrassing. All right, so Las Vegas, I think they're gonna do really good against New York. New York, their DBs are not doing that well right now. But however, though their front seven are very nasty. However, but the Raiders do pass a lot, so I'm not worried about Josh Jacobs or Drake getting in this week right now. I think they'll still be productive. They'll probably put double digits, I presume. It's a lot of dramas going on within the recent weeks, losing their head coach, losing their star players, figuring out the new offense. And it's not typically a new offense; they're just running the same. Just I think it's a little bit more relaxed. Is probably what it is. Just when they're on the field, I don't think they're really thinking about all that drama that's going on. They're talking about in-game situations. So I think they're just fine. A lot's running on Derek Carr. I honestly think that Derek Carr is a good pickup for the rest of the season. And I'm putting that right now. I think that their schedule looks pretty decent. They got some games here and there that's pretty hard. But I think it's three games that are coming up that are pretty difficult. But other than that, I think for the most part, the schedule isn't necessarily nothing that the Raiders can't handle. Raiders are just kind of that sneaky play. They're 5-2, and no one really has been paying attention to that. So you gotta kind of look at that like, okay, maybe they're actually turning some heads, but maybe not because we're not really looking at them. So, but they're doing pretty good. Derek Carr's actually doing himself quite some numbers over there, sneaky plays over there. So, Atlanta, New Orleans. Look, Atlanta. Look, my team isn't doing that great. Um, I still can't believe that Matt Ryan was out there just bleeding everywhere, and they were allowing that. I don't think that's safe, health wise. But yeah, when you're desperate, I guess. But Kyle Pitts, fire him up every week from here on out. I think that he's going to be a smash play every week. He's the only main go-to guy. Cordell Patterson for sure. Davis is not even anything this season. That's what Atlanta does. We pick up guys from other teams that they basically use everything in the tank for that season, then we get them and there's nothing left. They haven't figured that out. I've been saying this for years. Why not just draft the guy? But hey, who am I? Anyways, so as for Russell Gage, he should be coming back this. I think he was hurt, so he was banged up for there, and he should be back this week. I don't feel comfortable starting him. I don't feel like he should be in a lineup. He could be stashed on your bench, and just to see how well he does against New Orleans. Look, if Russell Gage does anything against New Orleans, I think he's worthy to be on a roster. But again, if he doesn't do anything, then no. because the Saints defense are pretty nasty. So as for now, I think that the New Orleans Saints look. If you're banking on Michael Thomas, look, I'm sorry, but I said this earlier in the season. I don't think he was going to come in until almost week 10, and now we got the clear word that he's not coming back at all. So if you had him and you were waiting till week 8, and I said week 10, look, guys come back. Typically they just don't do as well. Speaking of returning players, I just missed up on. We were just talking about the New York Giants. Saquon, I don't think he should be back this week. They're saying he might be, but I think they need to wait another week, at least for his sake and on his health. All right. All right. So next we got Minnesota and Baltimore. Look, I think Baltimore's going to do just fine. I think they had a week off, they rested their bodies. So we'll see how they do against Minnesota. Minnesota, they're kind of like that mediocre team. Not anything sexy, not anything like, ooh, I want these guys. I mean, obviously you're gonna have Thielen, JJ in there. Tyler Conklin. Conklin might be actually he might be that sneaky play this week. I think he's worth being in your starting lineup this week. Conklin has been getting some of those snags there from Cousins. So I wouldn't mind him having him starting. So if you need him, go ahead and put him in there. IDP wise, Eric Wilson is definitely going to be there. Anthony Harris, I think those guys are going to be really well. Lamar, if he does throw, he throws deep. He doesn't typically throw these little short passes. If it's short, he'll usually just run it. So I think Harris is going to be just fine there. And IDP, Baltimore, you got Jackson back, so they're 5-2. They had some. The last game they played was the Bengals, and they did not look like what we expected them to do. So it's all good, not to worry. But I think with this week to kind of like readjust themselves, figure out what's going on. I think that we'll see that Jackson and the gang should do fine. Boy, I think you're starting his receivers in there. Brown for sure. I have him in one of my lineups. And then Bateman is actually making a name for himself as well. So yeah, for sure on that. All right, so Houston in Miami. Tyrod Taylor's back. So this makes things interesting. They're both 1-7. They're both not playing as great. Well, we thought Miami was going to do a lot better with all the offseason moves that they made. Clearly, clearly is not doing what we expected them to do. Tua is back. Tua should be good to go. Parker, I know he's going to be relied on as well with Waddle, Gesicki, Gaskin. I think Gaskin, you're definitely going to put him in. I think they're going to rely on the run a lot because Houston can't stop run for anything. As for Houston's sake, you're putting Cooks in. That's pretty much it. Tyrod Taylor, if you're really hurting at QB, if you're in a double QB league, Tyrod Taylor might be in your lineup. So yeah, there's that. And as for Cunningham, I don't think you're putting him in. Like you shouldn't even have him in your lineup anymore if you're doing IDP. Like I don't know why you would have Cunningham starting all these weeks. Like I would have benched him a lot. I probably would have dropped him to be honest. But if you still have him, then hey, you must be losing a lot. Because he was supposed to be this really good linebacker, putting up points all week or all year, and hasn't done anything. Christian Kirksey seems to be the man there. So Denver, the loss of Von Miller is going to hurt them, but Bradley Chubb is back, so they played without Von Miller and had Bradley Chubb in there. I think this game's going to be really a lot closer than what people think. Even though Dallas has been playing really, really well, defense and offensively, I think. Am I going to say Dallas is going to lose? No, no way. I think Dallas is going to win this one for sure, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a lot closer. It might be by a single touchdown or something like that. But other than that, I think Dak's going to play. I think with last week and the bye week with 2 weeks having off of giving some rest, I think Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, you're definitely putting them in. But I mean, there could be that chance where he just doesn't. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't, but we'll see. They're in Dallas, so for sure, they're gonna want to. They're definitely gonna want Dak to play there at home. So all right, so let's moving on to Cleveland and Cincinnati real quick. So Cleveland Browns. Look, I don't ever see OBJ playing again there as a Brown. I was talking to some people yesterday, and you know they don't know I do this, but I was just talking to them, and they think that no. As a regular person, they think that OBJ's might play, but I don't see OBJ playing another snap for the Browns. I think that they might release him. Yeah. They could have traded him. I think they should have traded him. They could have at least got a sixth, maybe a fifth, something. Like at least Patriots gave up Gilmore for a sixth. Uh, you know, OBJ could have been easy that if you really want to get rid of a guy, but now they're not getting anything and they're just gonna have to release him. I don't think he's gonna play another down for them at all. I'm sorry. It just does not seem whatever's going on there in Cleveland. Um, there's definitely issues there. They're excusing him from practice to not show up, so that's already bad blood there. And clearly the Browns are better without him anyways. They didn't need him last year. Why would they need him again? Look, just go off, like go away. Take your drama somewhere else. We all know you're a talented player, but I just don't think that you fit in that facility there. Waste of 4 years, complete waste of 4 years. I'm sorry. So, Cincinnati, embarrassed by last week, losing to Mike White, for sure. I think they're a little irritated with that. I think they are going to bounce back. I think that game is going to be a really great game. I think that's going to be the game I want to watch for sure. Um, that defense with Logan Wilson leading it, and then Joe Mixon finally being a running back this season. Um, you know, Joey B hitting Chase, Higgins, CJ Asamoah. Look, he's got weapons. Surprisingly, that line is holding up. They're all pretty much they're all pretty decent. So as much as we thought that they were going to be like, oh man, he's going to get hurt again. They didn't do anything in the line. They only made like two moves. Um, Not anything great, but look, they surprised us all, and they're doing a lot better than what they did last season. So they're still at 5-3. And they could pull this one off and be 6-3 after this week, and we'll see if the Browns move to 4-5. So we'll see. I think that's one of the games I'm actually looking forward to watch out of all these. Um, then moving on with New England and Carolina. Look, Stephon Gilmore, a revenge game. New England should have never gotten rid of him. I think that I hope that Carolina's defense just destroys them. Look, Mac and Cheese is a good rookie. I like him so far. He's obviously proved all the other rookie quarterbacks that he's a lot better than him as of now. Will he be as a career? No, I still think Trevor Lawrence will be better than him uh, in years to come. I think Jacksonville just needs to upgrade a little bit and work with Trevor Lawrence and build around him. So I think Trevor Lawrence is still going to be good. But Mac Jones, as of now, this season, as the rookies that coming out, um, he's looked a lot better than all of them, and that's without a doubt, arguably the easiest thing that you can see surpass of the five QBs that got drafted is when it comes to uh, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, and Zach Wilson. So of the five, he's doing a lot better than them. So I don't think he's going to have a great game this week, but he could put up average numbers. He's definitely like a good QB2. That Carolina defense is no joke. They're pretty good. They have a good front seven, good linebackers, good DBs. They're just a stacked defense all around. Right now, that offense is hurting. As of now, CMC should be playing this week. So from what I've heard, but again, they could still relax him a little bit. Chuba Hubbard's been doing just fine. So keep an eye out for sure tomorrow's injury report. See if CMC is actually going to play. They said he might, but I can always doubt that. And maybe he probably won't. So, um, but we'll see how that goes. So then we have here that the afternoon games. The first afternoon games we have is the LA Chargers versus Philadelphia. Um, I'd be worried about Jalen Hurts. I don't feel comfortable starting him. I don't think he's gonna do as good. I think that Chargers defense is a lot better this season. They've shut down a lot of QBs, a lot of running backs, and Jalen Hurts is both running back and QB in one player. I don't think he's gonna have a successful game. I actually, if Gardner Minshew comes in at the half, I would not be surprised. That's a strong possibility. Clearly, they were talking about it last week, but we'll see if that happens. I don't feel comfortable putting Jalen Hurts in my lineup. I think this might be the week. Is he great for fantasy? Oh my God, yes. He's like I think top five, like number 2 right now. I think right, coming into last week. So but football wise, dude, I don't think he's that good. Like as a player, but for fantasy, Jalen Hurts is doing amazing, and that's because he has that rushing upside ability. So let's see. Colby, what's up? Um, Teddy B or Mike White? Um, that's a good one. I want to say or Jalen Hurts. Which do I start? So again, I was just talking about Jalen Hurts. I think he might be risky. Jalen Hurts is facing the Chargers. Their defense is pretty good. They shut down running backs and they shut down QBs. Jalen Hurts is a little bit of both. I don't think he gets his run game in there, and I don't think. But we'll see. I think they're gonna have to rely on his passing game, and we've seen his passing game. It's not as elite as the top 15 QBs. He's more lower. As a player right now, he's not connecting with that well. Jalen Rager's a good player. He's out there, but he's not connecting with him. Seems like Devontae Smith is his only weapon. Um, Look, and I don't necessarily blame Jalen Hurts for this. I don't blame any of the players. Honestly, I think Nick Sirianni just needs to get the hell out of there. I don't think he's that good of a coach. He has all these weapons, all these talented players, and it just seems like he does not know how to utilize them or whatever's going on. I don't trust the Eagles right now. Uh, last week everyone saw that Kenneth Gainwell did not do anything, but they're wrong. Kenneth Gainwell actually had 13 snaps. The only difference is, uh, you know, Howard and Scott got into the end zone and they still had like 12 snaps in between them. Same with Kenneth Gainwell. He was just not the one that ended up in the end zone. How he ended up in the end zone would have been different. So I'm going to stay away from Jalen Hurts. And plus he might get benched this week. They brought in Gardner Minshew. They were talking about Gardner Minshew coming in last week to potentially bench him. With Jalen Hurts being there, I I would not be surprised if at the half, like I said earlier, like at the half, you see Gardner Minshew come in and take over, which will hurt you. So eventually, what does this lead us with Teddy Bridgewater or Mike White? So Mike White's playing here in a couple of hours, or we have Teddy Bridgewater against that Dallas defense. Look, that Dallas defense is a lot better than what we expected them to do. They made nothing but off-season moves to upgrade that defense, and it is paying off. Trayvon Diggs is catching these interceptions. So you might expect Teddy Bridgewater to potentially, throw an interception if Diggs does as well as he's doing right now. So, am I saying Teddy Bridgewater is bad? No, he's not the greatest. He's somewhere in the middle. So I I, I kind of want to say Mike White. Oh man, Colby, I'm so sorry. Look, that is the difficult one. Because right now in your head you're probably thinking, oh yeah, Jalen Hurts over any of these two, right? But with all the rumors with with Philadelphia and then them playing the Chargers, I don't feel comfortable with Jalen Hurts this week. If he plays all 4 quarters, that'd be surprising. I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I'm scared for Jalen Hurts right now this week too. As a football player, he's doing horrible, but as fantasy, damn, he's amazing. Man, do we really write off of the hype of what Mike White did last week? I think we do, man. I think we might go with Mike White. So it kind of sucks. So you also have Tyrod going against Miami, and I also have Hill. Ah, damn. I see, man. I see it. I don't think Hill's bad. I mean, he's going against Atlanta. But again, the report is saying he's questionable. So you got to make the choice between Mike White or Hill and Darnold. And Darnold's still in concussion protocol. I wouldn't trust Darnold right now. I really thought Darnold was going to bounce back last week, considering what Tua did to Atlanta the previous week. So I thought last week that Darnold would do the same. But I'm gonna I like Hill against Atlanta, but you have a surefire thing that Mike White is in for tonight. That is the good question. I'm assuming you're in a super flex league. You have a lot of QBs, man. Damn, dude, I'm gonna have to say Mike White. Mike White, because if Hill was ready to go, I'd say Hill. But we don't know if Hill's going to be ready. It might be Trevor Siemian again this week. Yeah. So super flex, double QB. That kind of figured. 12 team with super flex and 2 QBs. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, with a super flex, Jesus. Mike White, it is, man. Mike White, it is. Oh, that is a difficult decision, bro. But as for the rest of these guys, they're all playing on Sunday. So I would say the 2 QBs you might want to go with this week, probably Hill against Atlanta. He's gonna get he's gonna run. He's gonna get those White or Hurts, and that's not bad either. But just be careful, because if they bench him, in goes Minshew. And they were talking about it last week. I'm scared that it might happen against the Chargers. The Chargers are a good defense. That's my only issue. I know Atlanta's defense isn't that great. So Deion Jones is definitely going to put a stop to it. But we saw it last year. Hill was basically running back slash QB ish. So if Hill is healthy, I say Mike White and Hill. But you can't go wrong with Mike White and Hurts. I know a lot of people are putting Hurts in until the day he gets benched. That could be you. You could do that. Leave Mike White and Hurts, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if he gets benched, just know that might happen. So, anyways, that's what I think. So, yeah, for sure, dude. If it comes down to it, if you want to come back on Sunday, I'll be back Sunday morning. Just subscribe or whatever. So I don't recognize the name, and I apologize if you have been here. It's cool. But yeah, just come back. I mean, right now I'm doing like kind of like this giveaway thing. So the jersey right now, it's a Stitch jersey. I know mine's Atlanta, so I know you're probably not an Atlanta Falcon fan, so it's all good. But I'm doing a Dynasty Pylon Stitch jersey. So whatever team your team is, and if you win, you'll have yourself a Stitch jersey, St. Dynasty Pylon. It'll be the number 1, and you'll be the first one to get it. So, but yeah, come back Sunday. The entire group, I'll be here with the gang. It's just gonna be me and Tank and Brian and whoever's and Marvin. We all come back on Sunday. It's the Nerd Huddle. All our channels, all our shows that we do throughout the week. all the link and descriptions down below. We typically do all kinds of crazy stuff. We focus on football, but we do movie reviews on Monday, and I think we do basketballs also, but we don't go live with that. So check us out if you want. But Sunday morning, if you want to do that one, uh, yeah, we'll help you out that morning. So how do, how do I sign up for the giveaway? Well, I got to get to 100 first. I think I'm at 91 subs. Once I get to 100 subscribers on that episode, so say I hit 100 subs this episode, the next episode I would do the giveaway. It'll be random. I'll have like in the chat you would say a code that I'm gonna give out. You would type the code, and then I'll randomly pick someone who's watching during that time or whatever, and then earn yourself a jersey. But as of now, I still need to get to 100, so I'm this close. Myself and Mark have been every single time. So right now we're at 91, so we'll be there soon. Specifically Dynasty Pylon. If you go on Sunday, the Nerd Huddle, we have like 140 something. So yeah, but as of now, where was I? So I lost my train of thought here. Which game I was showing? Oh, so Kansas City and Green Bay. Look, Aaron Rodgers is not there. We are going to see Jordan Love finally play for the first time as a starter. But he didn't do too bad in preseason. I didn't think he was all that bad. Is he Aaron Rodgers? No. Does he still need time to develop? Yes. Honestly, I kind of hope he just torches the place just to create some drama there in Green Bay, because that would be amazing. If he comes in and just torches Kansas City's defense, uh, that would be super cool to see. See a first rounder sit there for a couple of years and they just torch Kansas City, the defense wise, and then Mahomes is gonna have battle it out and try and figure out to come back. I mean, their defense is not that great, and that's what's holding Kansas City back. Is their defense is just atrocious right now. Um, Even with Tyrann Mathieu back there, Daniel Sorensen is nothing this year. Juan Thornhill, like he's the other DB that's doing pretty good. The linebackers, Willie Gay and Bolt, Nick Bolt, they're doing the best they can, but there's only so much that defense can do. So I'm excited to see that one. I'm really excited about Cleveland and Cincinnati and Green Bay and Kansas City. Uh, Finally see Jordan Love actually make a actual real NFL start rather than regardless of the preseason. So yeah, and okay, all right. So well, whatever it is, just ask me away, man. I'll answer it. But as of now, yeah. So if you want to sign up, it's I got to get to 100 first. So tell whoever watches fantasy football, uh, you know, come back and watch us and be subscribed, and then maybe they can earn themselves a chance to get a jersey as well. So, but yeah, I'm not that far from getting 100. So at the 100 mark. So, Arizona and San Francisco. I'm gonna say Arizona on this one. Look, I like Kyle Shanahan. I've liked him for years. He's with Atlanta. But this year, man, he is. I don't know what he's doing. He can't. He has was weird motive. If these guys they need to earn a certain spot of like stature in practice in order for them to be relevant in the game, which is stupid because we've all waited for Brandon Ayuk to do what he did last year. Obviously he's in the doghouse. I in my dynasty team I still have him, and I don't think I could get anything for him. I don't think I could trade him for anything. Is last week he did something, and then a few weeks ago he did something, but it was nothing that we expected out of Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk, we know he's better. What Kyle Shanahan's running over there, I have no idea what's going on. Like, do we have to wait for Debo to get hurt in order for Ayuk to be relevant again? Like that's no, that shouldn't even be an issue. Like he should be utilizing every weapon that he has, and clearly he's not. Um, they have such an easy schedule coming in. I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna go Arizona. Arizona 100%. You got to start. I'm going to say start Randall Moore. Rondale Moore is going to, I think, with Hopkins potentially not playing this week, or was it AJ Green? AJ Green's out. Hopkins is a little banged up, but I think Rondale Moore is going to make a big impact play this week. Kyler Murray's kind of banged up as well, so we might see a lot more Rondale Moore coming in there as the slot, kind of being his closest target. So Kyler Murray should be okay to go, but nothing that won't keep him out from what I understand. So you're going to see a lot of James Conner and a lot of Chase Edmonds if he's healthy. So definitely keep an eye on those. I have Rondale Moore in one of my lineups coming in, so I definitely would want to put him in. As for that, so and Tennessee and LA, ooh, Tennessee, Jeremy McNichols and Adrian Peterson are playing this week. Let's see how that runs. It's going to be a true test on their pass game. Is AJ Brown going to be the only weapon there? Tannehill's going to have to step it up. That defense with Ryan, they're going to have to do everything they can back there. So it's gonna be an interesting game. Um, I think the Rams are just it's gonna be a bloodfest. Von Miller just arrived. He's already practicing. He's gonna be there, and that defense, they're in the win now situation. LA Rams is in it to win it. They've done a lot of moves in the offseason. Cooper Kupp is on fire with Stafford. Yeah, he has that back soreness, but I think he didn't practice yesterday or today. But I think Matthew Stafford should be in for this weekend for sure. There's nothing that's going to rule him out yet, but I think they'll just do just fine. I think as a Sunday night football primetime game, we're definitely going to see the Rams just. I think they're just going to torch them, dude. Uh, Without Derrick Henry there, they can't rely on that run as heavy. But do you see Jerry McNichols doing something? Yeah, they'll get like a bust out, maybe a 40-yarder and maybe a touchdown or something like that. But I don't see that the Tennessee Titans are gonna win this game at all. It's gonna be a true test for sure. So uh, thoughts on Jonathan Taylor? I like him. I think he is the best running back without Derrick Henry there. He is now the new number one. That is my thoughts on him. Uh, he is going to lead that team. For every mistake that Wentz does, Jonathan Taylor is just going to make up for it, dude. I think, look, if you're going to try and trade for him, you have to trade the farm for him. If you have him, oh, you're so lucky right now. He's just if as long as he's healthy, and I hope he stays healthy. I hope he plays the entire season. Um, but I think he's going to be the best back at the end of the season. As of now, he probably is. I think he's ranked number 2 behind Derrick Henry. But now with Derrick Henry now out of the way, I think he will end up sliding in easily at the number 1 now. With this week and next week coming in, because I think Derrick Henry is still beating him overall in points. But I think easily Jonathan Taylor is gonna be that one crazy back that everyone's gonna want. Uh, Last year randomly picked, and he's yeah. Uh, Last year though he wasn't doing so hot at the beginning, so everyone was like, oh, fading him and trading him off in dynasty leagues. I'm like, dude, no. It's like, look, these rookies don't typically just pop off right away, so it happens. Sometimes rookies do pop off, and then next season they're absolutely nothing. Look at Brandon Ayuk. But Jonathan Taylor is definitely one of the best backs in the league. Um, you know, I I like the guy. I really do. I wish I had him everywhere. Unfortunately, I actually only have him in one of my leagues, and it's a redraft leagues. As for dynasty, I wish I had it for a dynasty league, but it just you're gonna have to trade the farm for him in a dynasty league. So, without a doubt, I think a few first and a relevant running back with their handcuff probably, and maybe you'll get him. But if that, I doubt it. I don't think the owner's going to want to give him away. Uh, and Jefferson, on the other hand, yeah, Justin Jefferson, yeah, um, yeah, not as great as he did last year, but I mean, he's still, in my opinion, I still think he's the alpha there. Um, so with Minnesota being the way they are right now, I think that they're going to really rely on him on the second half, especially this week against Baltimore. I mean, Justin Jefferson is still a good receiver. He's only a sophomore. Um, I would like to have him on my dynasty league, but I don't. I had Brandon Ayuk, and I was pretty happy coming into this season, and so far nothing. So, but yeah, dude, for sure. I think those two players are good and amazing in their own way, and I think we still have another half of the season left, so we'll see how it goes. As for now, the last game I want to talk about was Chicago and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense is the only thing keeping them alive. More specifically, TJ Watt. If you're a TJ Watt owner on IDP League, good for you. You must be happy. He's basically the only reason why that defense he's the heart of that defense. He really is. Um, Now, if Matt Nagy comes back and Justin Fields sucks, clearly it's going to be Matt Nagy's issue. Because we saw Matt Nagy was not there, and we saw Justin Fields do Justin Fields things as we saw him back in college. Um, I hope that last week they were like, okay, well, Nagy's not here. Just go off and do your thing. We'll still run the same plays, but if you need to run out of the pocket, run out of the pocket. Where Nagy was like, no, you need to stay in the pocket. Trust your line. Yeah, what line? There is no line. They all run there like freaking a hot butter through or a hot knife through butter. That's that line. Now, is Jenkins coming back soon? That's what I want to know. He was like their second round draft pick. Jenkins had an issue, came in, they drafted him, and then he got hurt. At least he settled it now, or Ben got the surgery. He should be coming back here pretty soon. So, but hashtag save Justin, hashtag fire Nag. Yes, 100% agree there, Tank. But look, dude, as for Bears, I think that it's a Monday night game. I hope it's a little bit closer than what we've seen. I know they just lost to the 49ers. That's kind of sad to say because the 49ers are in a lot of questions as much as Chicago. Um, and let's see. Tink says Jenkins is supposed to be back practice this week. I think so too. Um, is he going to play this week? I don't think he will, but I know he's working his way back in. Um, which should help the line out because that line is not. I don't know. I have no words for them. I really thought that they were going to do a lot better this season, but they're not. So for Chicago to overcome on this win, it's got to rely on that defense. Uh, it's going to be a battle of defense on this game. It really is. I don't think Pittsburgh has the weapons on offense right now with Big Ben being back there. Big Ben is not Big Ben anymore. I kind of gave him some hope in the first 5 weeks, and it's just they're going to be going after a QB next season. In the off season, they're going to go after a QB. It wouldn't surprise me if Jacoby Brissett ends up there in the off season in Pittsburgh. Like he seems to be bouncing around from team to team. I think Jacoby Brissett might end up being there after he's done with his little Miami contract this season. If Pittsburgh has the ability to draft a QB, I think they're going to take one. They kind of have to. They have to figure out that line as well. The only guy there in Pittsburgh that you're going to want to play is Najee Harris, which I'm surprised too. Myself and Mark were like, be careful. They're not going to run a lot. And that's because they don't. They don't run. They pass. They do little dump off pass to Harris, and he takes off. So it's not even a run up the middle. They just can't do it. That line is atrocious. So is Harris going to run all over the Bears D? Yeah, he probably will. He probably will. But it doesn't surprise me that if you have Khalil Herbert do the same thing to Pittsburgh on the opposite side. So it's definitely, like I said, it's going to be a defensive battle. Both offenses. If I were to look at what they have, I would say the Bears are better. But the problem is they have a crap coach, and if they're not going to let the players be themselves at their best ability, uh, you can't do anything. Basically, you're micromanaged the entire time, and that's what we saw. Nagy was gone. Fields got the keys to the car with whoever their offensive coordinator is. But it looks like they probably like, hey man, like do your thing. We'll still here's run this play if you can't. Uh, you know, do what you do best. And I think that's exactly what happened because if Nagy was there, I think that game would have been 33 to freaking 7. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe 33-14. Okay. But instead it was 33-22. So, but we'll see how this game is. It is Monday night. What is it? 3-5 and 4-3. Yeah, there's it should be still a good game. I still expect this game to be good. Um, I would say maybe a touchdown apart. Overtime, I don't think so. But anyways, Mark and I miscommunicated, so he's not here today, but it's all good. No worries. But if you're still watching, look, Sunday morning we will be back talking about fantasy football. Um, I actually won't be there, but Mark will be. But you can come back and talk to these guys. There's like 4 of us that come on Sunday mornings. They're on this channel, the Nerd Huddle channel and Dynasty Pylon. And we just kind of hopefully give you fantasy advice, but we give you things, and hopefully we get to your championship. But as of now, holy crap, look at that. 94 from now. Nice. 6 more away, and get yourself a jersey. So, yeah, 6 more. Tell your friends. Why not? But uh, fantasy football. If you know anybody in fantasy football and they just want to hang out for a while and talk fantasy football, talk trash or talk any advice, whatever I give out or whatever the crew gives out from Nerd Huddle, go for it. Come and hang out. We're pretty much all hours of the day, I guess. Sometimes we'll do in the middle of the day. We'll do at night. We'll do. I have a fun Saturday evening show. But yeah, it's random. So, anyways, uh, this is should be what we have the BS show tonight with our producer Tank, who's been commenting today. He should be talking about random subjects tonight on the Nerd Huddle show. If I don't know if they'll be talking much football, but they do talk about random BS, and sometimes it gets pretty funny. So that is the Did We Become Best Friends show still, right? Something like that. I don't know. I call it the BS show because that's pretty much all we do. But that's on their channel there at the Nerd Hole. So check them out. Anyways, thanks for watching. We will be back on Tuesday with the IDP, but I do offensive stuff too. So just because it says IDP on there, uh, don't be scared to come back. Tell our friends like, hey, I don't just do IDP, we do offense too, man. So or gals. So nothing wrong with that. We like fantasy football here. We like it's not like I want to talk to anybody about fantasy football here at my house. So I gotta talk to you guys with it. So anyways, but one more thing. Look, description down below. NFLHD.tv. Stop watching regular networks. Look for $50, 8 months. Uh, click on that link down there. It'll take you straight to it. It gives you the prices and everything. You get both NFL Red Zones and NHL and MLB and whatever networks that they show and they produce there. So check it out. It's worth it. And I use it all the time. So just get that in there. But look, it's definitely worth it. Tell everyone I'm 6 subs away and they earn themselves a chance to get a free jersey. It's free, guys. It's a Stitch jersey. It's pretty nice. It's not bad. So anyways, that's it. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you're at. My name is Martin. This is the Dynasty Pylon Show. Best of luck in your lineups this week. Don't be scared to comment on the video below. I will try and get to it as soon as I can. But if not, that's only because I'll be gone this weekend. Maybe Mark can get to it. But hey, be back Sunday if you really need those last minute questions. All the guys in the Nerd Huddle will definitely be there for sure. All right, peace out, guys.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched the other way.